Okay, just a very quick and basic video on my, I guess, emergency tea strainer or coffee strainer. This is basically a DIY or SHTF strainer. So I've already put my tea in there. You can do coffee, tea, anything. Just put your loose leaf. This is mostly for loose leaf. This isn't for something like a tea bag. This is to keep your particles mostly out of what you're drinking. So we're going to put our hot water in. And I need to be aware it's going to probably blurp a bit because there's a little pocket of air underneath. There you go. Saw that? Just be aware you don't want to get splashed. Don't want to spit hot water at you. And there you let it sit. And you might be thinking, well, what is it? Well, it happens to be a beer can that I used can opener here on. Cut the top off it. And then you got to poke holes in the bottom so it strains. Very, very simple. And that's my brand of beer. You could also use a pop can. You don't have to use a beer can. But you ain't hillbilly unless it's a beer can. I think that's the rule. Isn't it? Or redneck? Redneck, sorry. You ain't redneck if it ain't a beer. Seems to be the trend. I mean, cooking a chicken with a beer can, but nobody ever uses a pop can. And then it'll sink and you just let it go down. So you got to remember to poke little holes in the bottom of this thing so it strains, and that's as simple as it is. And when this is ready, I'll be drinking tea. I'm going to add some sugar to it. It'll be good. So anyway, this'll sink. You just don't want to force it or you'll overflow your water. It's good to have an area that, you don't want to do this on your antique coffee table with the wood that you don't want to fuck up. So it's things to keep in mind. Use a placemat. But yeah, it works actually very, very well. I've done this now, I don't know, I've been doing this all week, to be honest. It's not because the power's out, it's because I ran out of coffee and I don't have a tea strainer. So, but I realized I could totally make coffee this way. And actually I might. It'll be a lot less work than using the stupid percolator thing that I have. It's not a conventional coffee machine. It's like a pot that boils and then it spits it up and spits down and it just recycles, and I use a lot of fuel just to make coffee when I could just have it boil and do this. It's a lot more efficient as far as use of propane goes. So I'm going to be probably drinking coffee this way too. But anyway, until I go to town and get a proper coffee, like a Bodine or a Bodum, I think they're called. Something like a Bodum, yeah. Anyhow, that's what we got going. Look at that, it's pretty dark. So it definitely works. Got lots of holes in the bottom of the can there to let the water out. I put a couple up a little higher too to help drain as you're pulling. So it's not all in case the bottom wants to get plugged a bit. But it drains well. It's it's empty pretty much. So yeah, I got tea from a beer can.